Now at 9, 5 more cases of measles were diagnosed in Indiana. See what this means for Hoosiers across the state.
And the outbreak doesn't stop in Indiana. Find out what Health and Human Services are doing to fight back.
Then, a temporary halt has been ordered on deportations. See how this applies to the Alien Enemies Act.
Next, the Trump administration could be getting more leeway. Learn why and for what.
And I've got the details on tonight's rain showers. NewsLink Indiana starts now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and thanks for being with us. I'm Lauren Burris.
And I'm Cameron No.
Today, the Indiana Department of Health confirmed 5 additional cases of the highly infectious measles virus. These cases were announced less than 48 hours after announcing the state's first laboratory-confirmed case this year. The case in Allen County is an unvaccinated minor. Because measles is so easily spread, a single case is considered an outbreak. The newly reported cases include 3 more minors, also unvaccinated. The vaccination status of 2 infected adults is unclear, according to a news release. If those involved in the outbreak are quarantining, the risk to fellow Hoosiers is lower.
Following a measles outbreak has spread to multiple other states and is now close to 600 cases. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is now urging people to get the measles vaccine. Earlier this week, Kennedy posted on social media that the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine is the most effective way to prevent measles. CDC data shows there are about 2 deaths for every 1,000 measles cases. So far, 3 deaths have been connected with this outbreak. 2 school-age children in Texas and 1 adult in New Mexico, all unvaccinated.
2 states have issued orders to block some deportations of migrants who are challenging the Alien Enemies Act. Today, federal judges in New York and Texas issued a temporary halt on deportations of Venezuelan plaintiffs. They are part of a lawsuit that challenges the Trump administration's use of the law. It has been used by the administration to deport alleged gang members without due process. Today's rulings come after the American Civil Liberties filed an emergency lawsuit. The litigation followed the Supreme Court's decision to lift a temporary restraining order challenging Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act.
The Trump administration could get more leeway to dismantle the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Today, a federal appeals court scrutinized a district judge's temporary order blocking the administration from taking certain actions at the agency, like mass layoffs and terminating contracts. This case is among the most significant of the legal challenges to Trump's efforts to shrink the federal government. It raises core separation of powers questions about what a president can do to undermine the operations of an agency created by Congress.
President Donald Trump has ordered a 90-day pause on new tariffs, except for China. Trump authorized the pause this afternoon. He also raised tariff rates on China to 125%, citing what he called Beijing's lack of respect. The move comes after China announced retaliatory tariffs on the United States. The president says he's lowered the reciprocal tariff rate on all countries to 10%. He also says more than 75 countries have reached out to the U.S. in recent days to negotiate trade deals. The Treasury Secretary says the 90-day pause will provide time to get those deals done.
President Donald Trump's tariffs on imports have caused an economic shakeup, but it's not stopping shoppers from spending this Easter holiday. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan looks at how much your celebration could cost.
Easter spending is expected to soar this year despite a lot of economic uncertainty.
Consumers are expecting to really go out for Easter this year.
The National Retail Federation estimates consumers will shell out more than $23 billion this year, with people spending around $189 per person on average. That's up $12 from last year. Catherine Cullen from the National Retail Federation says even though some items are more expensive due to inflation, it's not holding people back from shopping.
Through all of these tumultuous times, consumers have been very protective of these holidays.
According to the NRF's recent survey, consumers will spend the most on candy and food. Nothing says Easter like an egg-stravaganza.
Easter is our highest consumption period of the entire year.
Emily Metz with the American Egg Board says Americans are expected to eat or decorate 3 billion eggs this spring season. The good news is egg prices have come down in the last few weeks, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Metz says fewer avian flu cases have helped stabilize prices, but they're still much higher than this time last year.
That has made a significant impact. It's allowing our system to recover.
So how can shoppers save this holiday?
Certainly think about which decorations you can reuse from last year, whether or not you can encourage people to participate in a potluck.
Colin also recommends painting wooden eggs instead of real ones. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
I really miss doing Easter egg hunts and like the buckets with all the flowers on them.
Oh, me too. And I was a very competitive Easter egg hunter. I was pushing and tripping everyone, but I do miss running around outside and, you know, all the stuff that comes with it.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. Speaking of outside, though, Joe, what do you have for us?
Yeah, thanks, Lauren and Cameron. As you take a look at our radar right now, you're going to see some spotty showers making their way through our viewing area. Just some light rain here and there, nothing too much to worry about. But the rain earlier today cooled our temperatures down quite a bit. 44 degrees in Muncie, 46 in Indianapolis, farther down south, 52 in Terre Haute, and 60 in Evansville. So warmer temperatures were places didn't get rain earlier today, but when am I tracking my full weather later on? Rain's moving out of our area, variable temperatures ahead, and a clear weekend is in the cards. All that more at my full weather forecast.
Thank you, Joe. Dancing is a universal experience from tapping your foot to national competitions.
But what about those who just want to dance for fun? NewsLink Indiana's Andy Zelaya was able to get a closer look at the world of social dance.
Dancers in college usually come in with years and years of experience. But here at the Social Dance Society Club, most of the students here have no experience with dance whatsoever. I got to sit in on a rehearsal today to see what makes this club so appealing to non-dancers here at Ball State University.
From swing to Latin and ballroom, the Social Dance Society has it all. There might be some stepping on toes, but instead of tension in the air, it's filled with laughter and the opportunity to try again. Most students who walk in have never taken a dance class prior to joining the club. Vice President Claire Mills was the same way.
A lot of us here don't have any experience with partner dancing or any type of dancing, so you will not be alone and if you've never done it before.
There are dancers in the club who have had previous experience. Annika Charlo, who has a ballet and contemporary background, was shocked with the freedom that comes with social dance.
Jarring to me type of thing, but I think it's really improved my skills as a general dancer of being able to pick up things faster and be able to sort of work off of other people.
Nerves is not the only thing that prevents people from trying to dance. The hardest part of doing a new activity is starting it. Instructor Michelle Owen says she loves the club because of how accessible it is.
We've had wheelchair users, we've had students who don't speak English as their first language. Dance is an absolutely universal language.
Not only does dance bring new memories, but new opportunities.
Some of my biggest career opportunities have come because of connections I made in the dance community, which is not what I was expecting.
The club has not only brought a community together, but new experiences for everyone to take away. There's a different outcome for all, but they all learn together, one dance at a time. In Muncie, Andy Zelaya, NewsLink, Indiana.
If you would like more information, you can email the club at socialdance@bsu.edu. Coming up next, the dollar bill has hit a new low. Find out how this affects businesses worldwide.
And Apple products are set to increase in price. Learn what we know after the break.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really hard for me.
Hey there, Hoosiers. Are you ready to give your child a head start on their future? Indiana 529 savings plans are a simple way to save for their education. Plus, there are some great tax benefits. The best part? It's not just for college. Indiana 529 can be used for tech schools, trade programs, apprenticeships, and more. Start with just $10 a month at myindiana529.com to help them reach their dreams.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing. And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life.
This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Find your place in space.
This is my time.
Space for All.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Welcome back. The strength of the U.S. dollar fell to a 6-month low today after President Trump's new tariffs came into effect. An index that measures the dollar against certain other major currencies was down nearly 0.9% this morning. According to an economist, a weaker dollar is not usually how markets respond to U.S. tariffs. Higher U.S. tariffs would normally boost the dollar by lowering American demand for foreign goods. This expert says the dollar's weakness reflects a clear and present danger to the U.S. economy. It could also be that the way tariffs are being implemented has shaken investor confidence in U.S. policymaking and institutions.
President Trump has said any price increases caused by tariffs will reduce when companies move production to the U.S. One tech analyst says that's not necessarily true. Dan Ives says if iPhones were made here, they'd cost about $3,500. That's because the highly complex production ecosystem needed to crank them out already exists in Asia. He estimates it would cost Apple $30 billion just to move 10% of its supply chain to the U.S., and even that would take 3 years. Software development and product design have much higher profit margins. Apple conducts those functions today, as it always has, in the United States.
Clear skies are on the way, but when will they get here? Find out after the break.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 Americans are sick of the divisions in our country? But there's one small step we can take to remember that we're still connected. All over America, strangers with different political views are coming together to talk about their lives, not politics, and discovering they actually have a lot in common. Because even if we don't see eye to eye, we can still talk heart to heart. So let's talk for a change. Learn more at takeonesmallstep.org.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Welcome back. It was really cold today. I really hope my dad's flowers aren't dying.
Well, you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers, so.
Yeah, absolutely. As we take a look at our radar, you're going to see that rain in our viewing area right now. Just some scattered showers out and about. Light rain, nothing to worry too much about. This is part of a larger rain shower that moved through earlier today, and you can see more rain is on the way out to our west. But taking a larger look, you're going to see the rain that moved through this afternoon is moving into the Appalachians right now. So our main focus right now is on that rain coming later tonight. Now, those showers earlier did cool us down quite a bit. 44 degrees in Muncie, 46 in Indianapolis, but then you can look down south. 52 in Terre Haute and 53 in Bloomington. So those areas didn't get any rain showers earlier, and their temperatures are warmer as a result. And I'm going to zoom into our hometown temperatures. We're going to see we all got that rain earlier because we are cooler. 44 in Muncie, 43 in Anderson, and 44 out in Farmland. Now, taking a look at the 24-hour temperature change, you're going to see not much change as we have seen down south. 14 degrees warmer in Bloomington, 12 degrees warmer in Terre Haute, but just a 6-degree increase here in Muncie. So like I've said before, those showers did cool us down quite a bit, but we're going to remain pretty consistent in temperature as we go into the evening tonight. You're going to see 43 degrees by 11 p.m., going up to 44 throughout the evening, and then back to 43 tomorrow morning. So pretty consistent as we go throughout the night. Just a 1-degree difference as we go into the evening hours. The low of 43 degrees this evening. Winds will be blowing from the south-southeast at 10 miles per hour, gusting up to 20 miles per hour. Those rain showers, we're going to be seeing those in a little bit here going throughout the evening. We're in a bit of a lull right now, just some cloudy and overcast skies, but that rain is going to move into our area later this evening. Around 2 a.m., you see these yellows down here. Those are those heavier pockets of rain that could produce heavier rain showers, but they're going to move out of our area after a few hours, leaving clear conditions by 11 a.m. in time for your morning commute tomorrow. Another thing we're tracking this evening are those wind gusts. You're going to see here at 12:30 in the morning, 23 miles per hour coming from the southeast in Muncie, 24 in Portland. So those wind gusts are going to be a little breezy this evening, but we're going to calm down again as we go into the morning commute tomorrow. Just 8 miles per hour here in Muncie, so single digits. And then we're going to increase back up as we go into Thursday evening as well. Tomorrow's going to be pretty calm. You're going to see 5 miles per hour at 8 a.m. going up to 10 by 5 p.m. But another thing we're tracking are going to be those temperatures during the week. We're going to hit a low of 49 on Friday, but we're going to warm right back up, finally back into those 70s by Monday, hitting 73 degrees. But sadly, that's not going to stay around for too long because in the next 6 to 10 days, you're going to see those below average temperatures behind me, above average out west, but like I said, below average here in the Midwest. So we can't quite escape those cool temperatures yet and make it to summer, so that is a shame. But now taking a look at that 7-day forecast, you're going to see sunny conditions as we get into the weekend finally, with a high of 63 degrees, 73 degrees on Monday with those rain chances, 40% before we cool back down into the 50s. Those lows, after hitting freezing point on Friday night, we're going to get back into the 50s for the week ahead. So even though we have some pretty wild temperatures coming up, at least we're not dealing with these 40-degree days like we've been seeing earlier this week.
That's great to hear. Thanks, Joe. There's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Jake Dickman has a preview of sports.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Students who can read by the end of 3rd grade are 35% more likely to graduate. I'm Dr. Katie Jenner, Indiana Secretary of Education, here to tell you how reading 30 minutes per day can improve the trajectory of a child's life. Whether you're reading with your child or they are reading independently, this is one of the most important things you can do to help them succeed. So this school year, please encourage your child to continue reading. It's a small habit that makes a big difference.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows.
Ooh. My lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures.
Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal Weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Jake Dickman with sports. The Code Red team packed up their suitcases this morning to hit the big stage in Daytona. NewsLink Indiana's Emma Deaton spent some time with the team to learn more about the routine.
Standing outside the gym where the Ball State Code Red dance team has been fine-tuning their routine just days before making their national debut in Daytona. After last year's record-breaking performance, the team is pushing themselves to new heights. With Nationals tomorrow, I caught up with the team to see what preparation has looked like and what they plan to achieve on the big stage.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1.
The preparation process has been really intense this year. Just like every year, we're really focused on perfecting those small details.
On the floor.
For the Code Red team, every detail counts. But beyond perfecting their moves, this year's routine brings something fresh to the table.
As a team, this is a really different, special routine for us. We've never really done anything like this. We have one song this year, and in previous years we've had like a mashup of different songs, so it's really different, really unique for Code Red, so I'm really excited to show that off.
With one song in a unique choreography style, the team is ready to take their routine to the stage and make a statement in Daytona.
I think our routine this year is going to stand out a lot when it comes to choreography. Our choreography is different than anything we've done before, and so I'm really excited to showcase this at Daytona.
Excitement and anticipation are building as they prepare for the stage, but the heart of the team is what will really set them apart.
I think our team's heart and our team's passion for not only dance but our university is something that's really unique.
While the team focuses on the competition that lies ahead, their main goal isn't just to win. They're aiming for the best versions of themselves.
So being able to not really compare ourselves to others, but compare ourselves to ourselves and make sure that we feel really proud of what we put on the stage.
With a shared vision and mindset, not only are they ready to board the plane today, but so is the dedication that will make them stand out.
We have a really strong team goal and team intention this year, and we're all very like-minded, so I think that's something that's really going to set us apart.
That was so good! Good job, guys. Good job. In Muncie, Emma Deaton, NewsLink Indiana.
Dancing into the realm of collectibles, LeBron James is getting into the world of Barbie. Mattel announced Wednesday that the Lakers star is getting his own Ken doll, making James the first professional athlete to have a Ken doll released in his likeness. He even collaborated with Barbie designers to coordinate the looks, which will include an LJ varsity jacket and a LeBron James Family Foundation t-shirt. The doll will even be an inch taller than standard Ken dolls to capture James's height. With a price tag of $75 though, the James doll is geared more towards collectors than children. It hits shelves April 14th. Chipping over to the greens, the Masters Golf Tournament tees off tomorrow in Augusta, Georgia. It's the first of golf's 4 major tournaments of the year. Defending champion Scottie Scheffler will be back on the course as he attempts to join the ranks of Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods as the only players to win back-to-back Masters. Rory McIlroy will also be there trying to win his first major title in 11 years and complete a career Grand Slam with his first green jacket. Scheffler is set to tee off at 10:15 a.m., with McIlroy to follow later in the day at 1:12 p.m. Now, Lauren, Barbie, that was your nickname in high school, right?
Yeah, that's fun.
What about a LeBron James Ken doll?
That's awesome. They just need to make the whole team now.
Yeah, I always played with Barbies as a kid, so I think it's great.
Awesome, yeah. It's great to see a male basketball player too, because women can look up to NBA players as well.
Right, yeah. Well, thanks, Jake. Coming up, one Ball State fraternity hosted Goats and Floats. Learn what exactly that means.
And we have one final look at your weather after the break.
Yarr! All I wanted was my treasure, and I wound up with a lawsuit from my neighbors. And a belly full of regret.
Thanks, Salty Pete. What a powerful dig story. Okay, great class, everybody. Before we go, let's stand and say the safe digging pledge. Shovels don't know right from wrong, but I do. And always contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before digging. It's the only way to dig.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
What?
My.
Oh.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. If there's one thing about Ball State fraternities, they don't kid around when it comes to fundraising. NewsLink Indiana's Noah Lida didn't let the opportunity go away and learned more.
Last Friday, the Phi Delta Theta fraternity hosted a fundraiser that brought the community together through their event, Goats and Floats. The community came in, and for the price of $6, they are allowed to get a root beer float and get a picture with a goat of their choice. Phi Delta Theta hasn't done many fundraiser events, and this is actually one of their first. Their goal is to raise funds so they can plan more philanthropy events in the future.
And now we want to do fun stuff that raises some money for us so we can get some more t-shirt orders, we can get more fun events, we can plan bigger philanthropy events with this money, and that helps us raise money for ALS, which is something that we're planning for later in this month, our Ice Bucket Challenge Freezify event.
Phi Delta Theta fraternity, this is just the beginning on their philanthropy journey, as they are partnering again with the Prairie Hills Farms.
We're actually planning a community service event with Prairie Hills Farms, so we're going to go out there either this month or next month and help them on the farm. They have bees, goats, chickens, and ducks, so we'll help them with all that and all their produce, maybe paint some things or plant a few trees.
This event brought the whole community together. For Sabrina Friend, she shared why doing these community events with the goats is one of her favorites.
I think just like allowing people the opportunity to like come in contact with livestock, which they most likely wouldn't do on a regular basis, is like great. And so we just love bringing them and having them at events.
This family-run business unites the community by providing more than just local events, but bringing awareness to the importance of goats and what they do.
Our goats on our farm actually go out and do targeted brush clearing, and so that is their main job, but we do events like this to bring awareness to our farm, bring awareness to the job that the goats do.
This event left a mark on the community and made their hearts bleat with joy. In Muncie, Noah Lida, NewsLink Indiana.
If you missed Goats and Floats, Phi Delta Theta is planning more events in the near future. If you're looking into Prairie Hills Farms, you can find them at prairiehillsfarms.com. Now, do goats get cold? Because it looked nice during...
Yeah, I really hope they don't get cold.
Yeah, I mean, goats, floats, everyone loves them.
Right. Well, speaking of weather, Joe.
Yeah, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. You're going to see we have cloud cover for the next couple days, dipping down to 49 degrees on Friday. But then the warm-up's going to commence this weekend with that sunshine coming out, hitting 63 degrees on Sunday, 73 on Monday with those rain chances, 40% chance of rain. But then we cool back down to the 50s by next week. You're going to see those lows hitting the freezing point by Friday evening, but then it's steadily increasing up into the 50s by Sunday evening. So overall, just a nice mild week ahead, and finally some spring-like weather as we go into next week.
That's awesome. I mean, it's nice that we're sort of getting back into the warmer weather, but hopefully it sticks.
Yeah, I won't be here this weekend. I'll be in Nashville, but I think it's going to be warmer in Nashville, so I'm happy about it.
See, I took my winter coat home this past week, so not having that this week was not enjoyable. So meteorologist was wrong.
Man, hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Joe. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCRD 91.3.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night and stay safe.